Hello everyone and welcome to another history video. So today we're taking a look at Hexmage Shadow deck in history format. So this has been in my backlogs for a while now. I wanted to play a Moonshadow deck in historic, but of course in historic we don't have things like Mishra's Bauble and bunch of fetch lands, making Moonshadow not ideal in that format. But I think with something like Vampire Hexmage, even something like a Moonshadow can work in historic, especially if you also pair it up with Overload the Baelmerk. Between the Moonshadow, Hexmage, and the Baelmerk together, you can use the Hexmage on the Moonshadow to push for more damage, or the Hexmage can make the Baelmerk instantly into a creature. And another thing that's really nice about the Hexmage is that in a format without too many fetch lands, so we only have 4 copies of Prismatic Vista, so getting the Revolt trigger on the Fatal Push is a bit difficult in this format. But the Hexmage being able to sacrifice at any given point can also crack this to trigger the Fatal Push anytime you want, which is also really nice. And we're also going to be running 3 copies of Detective Phoenix, considering that this is an enchantment creature. Also really nice for making our Goyf bigger. And along with Detective Phoenix, we also have 2 copies of Trollo Cause of Doom and the Olifin, which can perfectly fill up the Evidence 6 for the Detective Phoenix. That's also going to make our Hollow one cheaper when you cycle these cards, so we have some synergies there. And also, considering that we're in color red, we also have Meltdown in the sideboard, which is excellent against Affinity as well, so it should be fun. Like I said, I'm gonna be hopping over to some History Pass of 3 to show you guys how the deck does, so let's hop on over. Oh, we got a Baelmerk plus a Hexmage. That's pretty cool. I'll take a land. Ponder. Alrighty. Go with the Baelmerk. I'll take a Nether Goyf. Into consider. Deem inferior. I'm not really sure what they're playing. I'm gonna be honest with you. Play a Vampire Hexmage. And we're gonna pass. Blue and blue. Into a Thought Scour, I see. So this is a Phoenix deck. Manamorphous. Into a consider. I think I have a copy of Surgical, but that's about... Actually, I have a Graveyard Trespasser as well. Seems like they're trying to treasure cruise here. What does this say, by the way? It's a sorcery card. Much worse than I thought. Demi-Lich. Demi-Lich. Okay, Luxac. An unbelievable Luxac here. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna attack. and play Bogart Trawler, maybe? Wow, not even gonna block. This looting here is a bit risky because I guess I would lose anyways, though. Yeah, they had a handful of cars. Like, they're just gonna play out a bunch of cars and play it back with those cars, with them. So, not much we could have done there. Snuff out, Trespasser, Surgical. Do I like Thoughtseize against them? Not really. I need a Bale Merc. That's actually a pretty good card. Ah, I should have played Black Cleave first. In case I draw something like looting. Yeah, that would have been sick. The opponent just passes. I think I'm just gonna play the Baraglyph here. If it's just Phoenixes, like, I'm okay with it. Okay. Lightly annoying. Double Phoenix. So currently, opponent has a Surgical right now. So 6, 10. They have 10 damage. Right. Opponent has 10 damage. Another Manamorphous. Green? Why the green though? What? Okay, that's a random card. Random card out of nowhere. Let's see. Let's say I don't block. My Detective Phoenix can get in there for 5 damage. It's Gambit time! Okay. Alright, GG's. Yeah, if I just put the Detective Phoenix on the Moonshadow, they lose the game, and I could just exile these two. I don't know how we won that, by the way. We barely won that one. We still haven't gotten a hollow one down. As we say that, no turn 1 though. If I can top, like, get an Oliphant or maybe a Baelmerk, we might be able to get this Detective Phoenix out with the hollow one. Okay, we didn't get it. I could, like, put these two, but I lose my only removal spell. It seems like they play, like, bounce spells as well. Meh. Seems like, probably have to do that. I mean, I could try to looting again to look for more hollow ones. But we'll go with the Snuff Out, Moonshadow, blah blah blah. Moonshadow, Hex Mage, Snuff Out. Nothing. Oh, right. I feel like I should grab a mountain with this, but I actually can't at the moment. Which sucks. Yeah, because I can't looting and Phoenix next turn if I don't get a red land. Kinda fishy. Double Phoenix. So lucky. Another Ponder. So I have 13 damage. We're one short. We are one short, man. That sucks. We're actually one short. No. Ah, that sucks. I guess I have to see what I get with the looting then. Another push. I guess I'll just hold on to Fatal Push then. So close. But the vampire, the fact that we are playing Vampire Hexmage is actually so taxing. On the mana base, like we couldn't grab a second mountain. Lightning axe on that. Into... Okay. I'll take the damage. So we have 5, 6, 1, 2... So I have to use a snuff out, right? Actually, I have this as well, but... I just made a mistake. Oh no. I just made a mistake. I thought I had one more. No! I thought I had one more red source for some reason. I blanked out. It's okay, it's okay. I have a sneaky trick here. For some reason, I thought I had another red source. What am I doing? Oh, I'm throwing. I'm actually throwing. Oh no. No way you have double chain lightning. Wait, they can't use the Prismatic Vista. What is this clowny game? What is this clowny game? Oh my god. Oh my god. It's okay, it's okay. I did it for content. That was intentional, I swear. We have a Baragoi. What the looting? No turn ones though. Oh, Soul Scar. Nethergoyf's not an exactly a good card versus Soulscar Mage. Already looking pretty bad. So a lot of lands. Well, we do have a 5/6 Barragoyf. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna see a turn 6. A turn 4. You know? I was really hoping I get a playable spell for the next turn instead of having to play the Barragoyf next turn. Like, naked like this. Because I wanted to attack with the Barragoyf and Detective Phoenix immediately. And then play something next turn and then play the Barragoyf Detective Phoenix on turn 4. So that was kind of my plan, but the looting actually gave us nothing. We actually flooded. So this is a classic Expressive Iteration. Maybe they haven't gotten a land. Very classic. I probably want to block this even if the Hollow One goes to the graveyard, because why didn't they put it on the Symmetry Sage to attack? Do they really want me to force a trade like this? I think what happened was opponent Expressive Iteration trying to look for a land and then they didn't get it. I'm pretty sure that's what happened here. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's probably what happened here. Classic, you know, classic. So if I use a Fatal Push, is there an instant speed in there? There is. If I detect a Phoenix for Artifact, Creature, and a Sorcery, or maybe a Creature. There is a creature in there. I'm gonna lose one attack, right? Maybe that's actually good enough. No, I'm gonna lose an enchantment and an artifact type, so using the Detective Phoenix doesn't make sense. Alright, it's probably... I need to leave up a Fatal Push for next turn. Slick Shot Show Off. This has a prowess. Alright, let's keep attacking. That's actually a good one. So I will lose an enchantment type, but it'll still grow in power, so... Vampire X-Mage. That's going to get rid of the -1 counters on the Baragoyf. Flame of Anor. Now opponent has to worry about a Moonshadow. A Thoughtseize. 7 damage. So, artifact, land, instant speed, sorcery. I guess maybe not an artifact. Let's actually get rid of a creature. So creature, instant speed, land, and sorcery. So this time I will probably use a Fatal Push on the Symmetry Sage. Since I don't want to die to a double bolt. Nice. Okay, so... how about double Trespasser, double Bloodcheap Thirst. Gonna get rid of a Thoughtseizes. Instead, let's have a Kozilek. I'm not sure about the Snuff Out. Like, if I want to bring another one. Might be risky. Might be risky. Might be a little bit too slow. Okay, we got a one-lander, but we can turn one Goyf into cycling into a Phoenix immediately. That's kind of cool. Got a Hex Mage as well. But I think I'm just gonna do this now. Oh no, that's really bad. Let's play the Goyf. Hopefully they don't have a Soulscar Mage. This is kind of bad. Might be dead with this card now. We kind of drew the... We kind of bricked here, right? We kind of bricked. What if opponent just doesn't have a removal spell? What then? Maybe opponent just doesn't have one. What do you think about that? No, they had Flame Up Anor. Alright, looks like we lost this one. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten rid of a Symmetry Sage, you know? If I actually had removal spell for the Drehor Arcanist, maybe we actually might have won. Alright. Actually a pretty good start. Look at this. Double Moonshadow with the double Prismatic Vistas. Now that's a start. I guess I'm just gonna do this. So many soul scars. Another one? That's funny. Actually, I'm pretty sure I don't have another mountain now. Oh, I shouldn't have fetched a mountain. No. Okay, a bit of a scam. Okay, we got a Blood Crypt, which is good, but I have to shock myself. Wah wah wah. Symmetry Sage. Oh, this is over. I'm feeling like this is probably over here. They also don't seem like they have anything. I can't believe it. They're at 1. Alright, GG's. I don't think there's a single card, right? Yeah, they're still dead. Alright, GG's. Oh. I think this is a mulligan. It actually looks about the same, I'm not gonna lie. Yuck. Yuck. No! My hollow one. Bit of a scam, isn't it? I'm pretty sure if, like... So I'm pretty sure we're dead. We're super far behind. We didn't do anything on turn 1 and 2, so... I'm pretty sure we're dead. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're dead. Detective Phoenix. We have to exile an instant speed, looting a sorcery in an instant. Let's actually looting first. Vampire Hexmage. Is the Bailmerc gonna be too slow? Maybe the Bailmerc's gonna be too slow. Enchantment, creature, sorcery, I guess? Oh, that's pretty annoying. If I just attacked and then just played the Bailmerc, would have been much better. Kappa Cannoneer. Pretty sure we can't race this. I think we should probably just should go to next one and then just try to win with the meltdown. Yeah, they just melt another surveillance camp. And Ravager. So, yeah. What are we cutting? Maybe a copy of a Hexmage and... Oh yeah, I want another copy of Snuff out in this matchup. I'll cut a copy of a Hollow one and a Phoenix. Maybe I could have won if I had a better start. Speaking of a better start, this is much better for sure. A swamp. Still can't really trigger this revolt, so there's that. Emery's definitely good. Need a way to trigger this revolt. Revolt trigger. What if I trade a Nether Goyf? For an Emery? Or a Moonshadow. Whatever works. Oh. Interesting. I mean, might as well. Might as well fight over it. Since I'm gonna be using a Meltdown anyways. Like in a few turns. Wow, they brought a Force of Negation in this. Huh. Interesting. I thought I was just gonna win for free, but they had a Force of Negation. Which isn't good. Yeah, definitely not good. Our pressure is only Nether Goyf, and we've drawn 5 lands this game, so it's definitely not looking good. Just my luck. So I'm gonna save this for Fatal Push. But we're still losing because we've drawn 6 lands this game. Gotta get rid of this Emery somehow. Maybe I hold on to this in case I draw like looting. Okay. They got a Kappa Cannoneer in there. That's scary. So they can just keep chump blocking and then become stronger with the Arcbound Ravager. No, dude. Six lands into Thoughtseize. When will it stop? Opponent just has 2 lands. You know what? Even drawing something like an Oliphant here is actually really sick, or a Troll of Khazad-dûm. You know what? Belmerk is sick as well. I decline, right? Attack with everything. They can double block the Moonshadow, but they take 7 damage. That's kind of scary. Oh boy. What a top deck. What would it take for me to win the game here? I don't even know. Like a... Yeah, I'm not actually sure at the moment. So they're gonna have to double block the Moonshadow. But the thing is... Wait, they're dead, right? We barely won. Do I need Toxic Deluge? Okay, so the reason why I haven't put in Toxic Deluge is because the Arcbound Ravager can sacrifice and response. I just don't think it's a good card. But as it stands right now, we only have 6. I mean, 6 removal spells. I feel like it should be fine, especially when I'm trying to be the aggressor as well. Like, it's just never gonna work because of the Arcbound Ravager. I'm just gonna go. Kind of a bad hand. Like, I just don't see this hand going anywhere. This is a much better hand. I could be the aggressor with the looting plus hollow 1. I kind of want the fatal push. So I would have to choose between a hollow 1 and a Belmer. I think I'm just gonna bottom the hollow 1. Okay, Snuff Out is a really good card. I probably want to Snuff Out. In case that 3-mana card comes out. Like that one. A Belmerk. And a miss. Oh man, this match is cursed. I tell ya. This match is cursed, I tell ya. Oh man. I feel like there's like a surveillance, the tap down artifact coming out, or like maybe like a force of negation. But they attacked with the drone though, so maybe no force of negation. So I can still do this and save Fatal Push. Ah, but I have to use the Prismatic Ending, Prismatic Vista though here. Questions. I do think they have that, the tapping down artifact thingy. No! That's unfortunate. What happened there was super unfortunate. I didn't see what the Belmerk milled, and that was the mountain. Like I said, cursed. Cursed, I tell ya. This is super cursed. Okay, so it seems like they're leaving up another Metallic Rebuke this time. No, that's not true. If they had Metallic Rebuke, they can attack with this and just tap down the Springleaf Drum there. Okay, this is actually a good card. Perfect. I wanted to kill that because of a Metallic Rebuke. Instant. Sorcery. Sorcery. Okay. They had another one. I guess if they counter Detect the Phoenix, they die. Alright. Bit of a weird game, wasn't it? Oh, this is actually kind of cool. So I cycle this into Detect the Phoenix next turn. But the Detect the Phoenix is gonna be... But the Nethergoyf is gonna be a 2-3 flyer. It's not even good. Is it even worth it? It's just a 2-3 flyer. I think it's just better to go Thoughtseize here, honestly. Maybe if I get a looting, I can go Hollow One next turn. Wah, wah, wah. Okay. I think it's just better Thoughtseizing. Double Thought Scours. I think I should get rid of a Manamorphous. So another Phoenix deck we're coming across. Okay, Hex Mage. So if I draw land, I can go Hex Mage Phoenix. Which would be nice. Should we be playing Bowmaster? Is Bowmaster back in Historic? Is Bowmaster back in Historic? I don't think I can shock against this deck. Okay, so we haven't milled a Baraglyph yet. If they can kill this, if they can't kill the Spellmerk, we do have a lot of damage coming in. Okay, they're doing another Treasure Cruise. Into a shock. This is 7 damage. I'm 1 short. Phoenix plus another Goyf. You're gonna attack? Can I get like a Prismatic Vista? Yeah, can I get a Prismatic Vista here? Oh, we're so close. We're so close, but no cigar. These are 5. Well, not much you can do. We're just gonna have to force it. Force a block. Or, actually, if the Belmerk mills something, we might be able to win here. Wait, is there an instant? Wait, I can use Fatal Push and win the game. I Fatal Push, put an instant card. There's no instant, right? Sorcery, creature, land, enchantment, creature, artifact, creature, land, sorcery. Yeah. If I use a Fatal Push here, they die. Holy! Exacxies. Yeah, that turn I had to think a bit. It was just not obvious to me. Alright, Graveyard Trespasser, Baraglyph is gonna be our cards. Snuff Out is good against them. Thoughtseize is not so much. What about a copy of, oh yeah, Surgical. And we go. Okay, Surgical is a wonderful card. Also, our hand is looking mighty fine. Look at this. Nethergoyf, Troll into a Phoenix, and a Surgical. I'm just gonna play a 0-1 Nethergoyf because, I've learned my lesson. Getting this to a 1-2 doesn't really matter when you have cards like looting, so you can go looting first into Phoenix. Things like that. That is insane, by the way. Really? You wasted a bunch of Manamorphous? I'm not sure if I agree, actually. Alright, so... I feel like I should still leave up a Fatal Push here. They have this teaching, so if that 4-mana 4/4 Skull comes out, I would need a looting for this. Alright, I'm gonna try looting again. A Lightning Axe. Troll. Enchantment, creature, sorcery. Even if I use one of these instant speed spells, it'll just grow to 5 toughness. What did they discard? Island? Oh, that's a really good card. Ooh, that's a really good card. I still think I should just... Maybe I should have actually played the Trawler first. No, maybe I play the Trawler next turn? Okay, so... I Fatal Push... They get rid of the Arclight Phoenix. Alright, GG's. 5 wins in a row. Alright, so we took a look at Hexmage Shadow deck today. I must say, even though we don't have things like Bubble and whatnot, or have enough fetch lands in the format, I thought it was actually pretty good. Even without it. A lot of the times, Moonshadow actually gave me lethal damage because of the menace. And the fact that there's not too many exile spells in this format, a lot of cards just destroy, you know. So this card actually grew very easily. And the fact that there's no cards like Orcish Bowmaster in this format, so even if the card happens to be 1 toughness, it actually didn't really matter too much. So I found that the Netherglyph and Moonshadow were actually pretty good. Especially in a deck with the looting and the Belmerk, these cards can help these grow. And then the fact that we have 4 of these cycling cards, you know, you can just put it into the graveyard to grow these cards. And then the Vampire Hexmage also came in handy. We've seen the Hexmage letting the Belmerk attack immediately. We've also seen the Hexmage potentially on the Moonshadow, but another really nice thing about the Vampire Hexmage is the fact that you can use this anytime you want. So despite only having 4 copies of Prismatic Vista, I thought my Fatal Push was enabled pretty often. And the 3 copies of Detective Phoenix I thought was excellent. The Snuff Out has been very good as well. The 2 copies of Barrowgoyf I think were just enough against like wizard decks and whatnot. And the Hollow One, I'm not a huge fan of the Hollow One, but the fact that it's an artifact creature, it has some very, very nice synergy with not only with Nethergoyf, Barrowgoyf, And also the fact that you can cycle this to grow the Moonshadow, that's also pretty good. And the fact that you can also potentially cheat it out early with the, if you go like a turn to looting into Oliphant or Troll, you can get a bunch of hollow ones out. So that's also really good. The mana base. Potentially the second mountain would have been really nice to have, just because after getting that first mountain with the prismatic vista, for example, on turn 2, you want to be able to do looting into Detective Phoenix. So that's double red. But this is not something that you see often, since as you can see, our deck only plays 2 red cards. So it doesn't come up too often, but it's definitely something that you should think about when you're fetching on turn 1. Certain times you do have to go Prismatic Vista, get a Swamp on turn 1, and then play another Goy 4 as a 1/2 creature. Especially if you're playing against like an aggro deck, for instance. Maybe you want a blocker. Something to keep in mind. But yeah, I thought the deck was pretty good. Couple misplays here and there, but what isn't my video without a bunch of misplays, right? As for like the sideboard, I kind of missed like potential unlicensed Hearse. Maybe the deck wants a copy of an unlicensed Hearse, since there seems to be a lot of Phoenix decks, so potentially like a Hearse would be nice. I've been really disappointed with Magus of the Moon. Maybe the Magus of the Moon is completely unnecessary. Yeah, it's all right. It could be a Kozilek. It could be a Kozilek, actually. Not too many combo decks running around, so yeah, if I were to play again, I would do something like this. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.